Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to tonight's match. Tonight is a little bit special in the way that we only have one match, and I think it's going to be an incredibly one-sided affair here in Gambit versus Nemiga in this best of one on Overpass. I expect pretty much a whitewash from Gambit. I expect them to wreck Nemiga and win this one in strong fashion. Gambit picking up the knife round. They are gonna start on CT's side, obviously. Seized playing as Gambit's stand-in for tonight. You guys probably already saw that on Twitter. Gambit shouting out the stream and letting us know who's going to be playing for tonight. Mo opening up nicely here with a double kill, getting Robo and MDS. Fast taking care of Adren. Back to a 3-on-3 situation here with MDS and Fast getting one each. I will say, even though I think this is going to be a fairly easy match for Gambit, I definitely hope it doesn't happen like that. I definitely hope we get to see a close and intense map here on Overpass. And hopefully we can see Nemiga step up their game and give strong presence, good competition against Gambit. It's not going to be in the pistol, however, as Mo cleans house with a 4K Hobbit chiming in with one of his own, and that's going to be that. First round in favor of Gambit. No bomb plant for Nemiga. Nemiga, they are now going to be force buying upgraded pistols, 3 Deagles, 2 CZ75s, a bit of utility here on MDS and Fast. Hitmouse taking a bit of damage. Adren not able to connect the shots just yet up towards balloons. Seized and Mo close by as well, close up to help. Doja looking for the pop flash. I use that flash quite a lot myself. I think it's brilliant. Let's see if we can spot it here from Fast position. Doja hasn't thrown it yet. Still holding on, so patiently waiting. Seized is going to go down to Robo, and there the flash comes in. Oh, they almost line up for Mo. He does manage to get a double, but Fast with a quick trade. Hitmouse not able to connect the shots over towards the bank area. Robo in a bit of trouble here as Doja is up close towards the site. He managed to get a double with his SMG. Mo managed to get a double with his own SMG. Adren finding one of his own. Fairly quick 2-0, fairly comfortable 2-0 here for Gambit. Getting a decent amount of money with those kills on the SMGs. Very quickly to clear any confusion in the chat. Seized is just a stand-in for Gambit right now. Just to clear any confusion and get rid of any, arguments in the chat about that. Seized is merely a stand-in. If you're not sure about how that works, you're more than welcome to hit up Gambit on Twitter. They've posted about it themselves. 3-0 here for Gambit. Holding on to a few of their SMGs, Seized and Doja holding on to UMP, both of them. Putting down the smoke towards the back side of T-Steps. Molly down towards Connector, deals a decent amount of damage on Mo. Mo deciding to go for the Connector peek with the AWP, not something we see that often. I see a bit confusion in the chat about the Ukrainian flag on Gambit. I understand the confusion. It makes sense that you're confused. So the way that it works on ESEA is that all the matches and all the servers get set up automatically, and the team flags get set up and assigned automatically depending on who actually made the team on ESEA. So if it's a Ukrainian player or Ukrainian manager or coach or whatever who set up the team on ESEA, they're gonna have a Ukrainian flag. We've seen it with plenty of teams throughout the past. Seen it with Brazilian teams having Swedish flags. It happens quite a lot. It can be very confusing. Obviously, Gambit. They are mostly Kazakhstanian. 2 players from Russia, as someone mentioned in the chat as well. Nemiga from Belarus. Adren, nice double. Mo chiming in with one of his own. Roman does manage to get the double, but there's not much time to work with, and unfortunately that's going to be that. They don't have the time for the plant. Seized peeking out. I'm wondering if he got that kill after the timer. I think he got it right after the timer. And indeed he did. As you can see on the right hand side, MDS is sitting on 400 as he went down right after the round ended. A bit unfortunate to say the least. But a strong start for Gambit. 4-0 on the board. Plenty of money in the bank. Should have a fairly easy round for this one as well. For this round, Nemiga obviously on a force buy here. MDS getting dropped a deagle. 2 SMGs. Robo and Hitmouse playing with SMGs. Roman on the AK-47 and Fast on the CZ-75. Again, Doshia lining up for the flashbang up towards A short. I absolutely love it. I think it's a nice flash. As I mentioned, I use it myself quite a lot. C's getting fully blinded, does manage to find one on MDS, but getting traded out instantly. Mo with the AWP gets a triple. Last shot with the no-scope onto Fast. Robo taking a good amount of damage from that nade. Caught in the middle of the site. Doshia shuts him down. Triple for Mo. 1 for Doshia, 1 for Seized. 5-0 for Gambit. Quickly, for those of you guys in the chat who are not completely aware of it, obviously all of these Mountain Dew League matches are best of ones until we hit playoff stages. So that means that this is also a best of one. They only play on one map. It is overpass after the veto. Ooh, this is looking pretty good here for Nemiga. CZ-75s, a bit of a mix buy here with upgraded pistols and Kevlar utility as well. And it's looking pretty good. Robo finds Adren as well. Now it's all on Mo. But here's the man with a plan. AWP from the high grounds finds the frag on Roman. Still a minute on the clock. Maybe a bit premature on the molly, but he finds the second as well and the third. Now looking for only MDS. Mo. Did I say Mo, my god? Is that too corny? I think it is. Last player, MDS on 18. Mo has the CZ-75. The AWP, he has a nade as well. Should be able to clutch this one. Ooh, the nade. Again, a bit premature. Now he gives up his position once more. MDS not completely aware if it's... Well, he know that the nade came from heaven, but he's taking good care of all positions. Now going for the plant. Mo up close towards the side. MDS is gonna go down. Mo, that's the second quad kill in this 6 rounds on Overpass. That's quite remarkable. He's gotten multiple triple kills as well. He's flying. 16 kills in 6 rounds. If we're to believe that the in-game stats are correct, he's on 229 ADR. I'll double check that, and it's actually true. Mo is on 229 ADR. Now granted, they're ahead 6-5, or 6-0, sorry, but that's still incredible. And that clutch was beautiful. Finally, Nemiga. They will have enough money to buy up completely once more, this time around with the AK-47s. And DS getting the initial on Adren. Now they're going for the boost above the smoke. Up towards long. If they can find anything towards that position. Not quite yet. Fast on the trigger, I suppose. Finds the frack. Still got plenty of HP to spare. He didn't even take any damage in that exchange. Hit mouse sitting on just above 50. Mo not done yet. Still fighting for more kills with that AWP. The nade does a ton of damage. MDS goes down to just 2 HP. Dosha on that quick flank. Finds the headshot on Roman. The Hobbit goes down on the side. Flashbang in. Oh, Mo burns. He goes down to 26. And finally, Nemiga finding their first round on the ball. Making it 6-1. Furthermore, 4 players managed to stay alive. That's massive. It means that they can start to work on their economy. Last round was a 4-player clutch or 4-kill clutch, I suppose, from Mo, which means that Gambit's economy is right in the gutter. They got 6 rounds in a row, 1 on a clutch, only 1 player surviving, and now losing a round, and their economy is always broke, or already broken rather. And 1 eco will be enough for Gambit. Again, looking pretty good in this round for Nemiga. Seems like they found their footing, so to speak. Seems like they're warmed up and ready to party. Speaking about party, just want to let you guys know that I'm gonna be having a party on the 3rd and the 4th of February on this channel. You're all invited. I'm covering IEM Katowice European Closed Qualifier as the official B stream. We have a bunch of really sick teams in that qualifier. I encourage all of you guys to mark it down in your calendar and tune in for the games. It's gonna be quite exciting, I can promise you that. Mo sitting left alone. GieTe 50 in hand. Obviously trying for some sort of an exit frag here. Doesn't make any sense to hold on to this Pizza 50 for the next round. But then again, it doesn't really make any sense to throw it away and give your opponents another kill. So obviously he's trying for an exit frag. Doesn't quite work out for him. This is a bit interesting. This is quite interesting. The economy is still not great for Gambit. They're still gonna force up on this one, but as you can see, Mo is sitting on the AWP. Actually a decent force buy here, all things considered. Mo on the AWP, he doesn't have any Kevlar, any head armor. However, he does have a single smoke. Adren going for the SMG to get a bit more utility. Dosha with the M4. FAMAS on Seized and Hobbit. But it gives a good chance for Nemiga to get back into this game. If they manage to pick up this round, Gambit are gonna be on an eco once more. Very quickly, this can turn into a 6-4 situation, or a 6-4 scoreline, rather. Strong start from Gambit, but Nemiga finally fighting back. This time around, Nemiga lining up for an aggressive approach in towards B. Seeds needs to be careful. Sits right behind the smoke. Does manage to find one, but a quick trade coming in. Hobbit sitting on the back line. Oh, they line up for him. He gets the double. A collateral with a FAMAS. We don't see that too often. Double for Hobbit. Double for Dosha. And another round on the board for Gambit. Nemiga, they had all the cards on their hand. They just forgot to put them on the table. They are still going to be able to afford a really good buy, a brilliant buy, a full buy actually. Plenty of utility behind it. Hit mouse with the AWP as well. A good round yet again for Gambit. Very quickly, obviously, racism is not tolerated on this channel and nowhere on Twitch. So to my moderators, if you're out there, permaban anyone with racism in the chat. Get them out of here. I need scum like that in our CSGO community. (7-2) for Gambit. Flying start. Cease checking out that ass. Oh, once again with the AWP. And once again, Nemiga moving in towards the B bomb site, or at least for now, setting up for a B approach right outside Monster. With a flash and molly as well in towards the side. The bomb will get planted. Dosha goes down to fast, going aggressive down towards water. Two players up towards the high grounds. MDS with the spray down through the smoke. Finds Seized. Roman is patiently waiting over towards short waters. Good opportunity here for Nemiga. 2-on-4 situation. They're in good positions. Mo finds one on MDS. Adren with a double spray on both headshots. MDS and Roman falls. And that's a triple for Adren. A kit on Mo. And they will get the 2-on-4 clutch. What in the world is going on? These clutches from Gambit, they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. And we do have a bit of a pause coming in right now, and that gives us an opportunity to take a look at the scoreboard, rather, sorry. On the side of Gambit, we got Mo at the very top. We spoke about it just before. He's sitting on an incredible ADR. I believe right now 150, yeah, 153.6 ADR. That's 1.5 kills on average every single round. That's pretty good. Sitting on 17 kills. Right below him, or on half of his kills, actually, it's Adren with that triple kill in the previous round, ranking up the scoreline for him, sitting on 8, 6 for Hobbit and Dosha, 3 for Seized. On the other side, on the Nemiga, we got 8 kills for Roman, 7 for MDS, 6 for Fast, 5 for Robo, and 4 for Hitmouse. 8-2 for Gambit. Nemiga, I'm not sure how they do it, but they still got good amount of money in the bank. Enough for a really good buy in this round as well. But that boost is absolutely brilliant. Seized, spots just a pixel above the smoke, and fires down through it. Robo goes down, well-placed headshot. 1-man advantage for Gambit, fairly early into the round. Still 45 seconds on the clock. Enough time to work with here for Nemiga, but they need to be careful they don't get caught out by the timer. Adren in a decent position, will find the frag on fast. Looking for even more, the flashbangs raining in. Catching two of the players off guard, Mo finds the frag on Hitmouse. Roman goes down to Adren. MDS left alone. Not entirely sure why we're stuck on the only player who's not towards the A-bomb site. GieTe works in mysterious ways, I suppose. 9-2 for Gambit, off to a flying start yet again. A really good start to the game here on Overpass, but I know I probably shouldn't be saying this, and I'm probably going to get flagged for it in the chat. They are on the CT side. It is the most favorite side. I'm looking forward to Nemiga being on CT side and see if they can shut down Gambit. Not necessarily win it, but at least make it a bit more competitive for us to watch. I'm not a massive fan of one-sided games. I want as much Counter-Strike for the money as possible. Seized, finding yet another kill, and back to a 2-on-2 situation. Pretty good approach here from Nemiga, but Hobbit with that nade. And up close towards the side is fast. With the AWP, not gonna get anything out of it. Doesn't even manage to fire a shot. Dosha takes him down. 10th round for Gambit, now hitting double digits. Seized. Interesting position. Interesting graphic glitch as well. Only managed to get one out of his aggression up towards Fountain. Hitmouse answers back nice and easy. Takes a bit of damage, but only around 20 damage taken. Bit of a slow start to the round here for Nemiga. It seems like what has been working for them is actually the approach towards B. Going for an explosive approach towards B has been working pretty well for Nemiga. I'm not entirely sure why they are changing it up to these slow approaches towards A. That has not been working for them in any of the rounds just yet. Hobbit, Adren, Mo, pretty much every single player chiming in this, except for Doshi on that long flank. Gambit shutting down Nemiga completely. Not giving them any chance of getting back into the action. Double nade down towards the... Oh, I love this. The boost. Mo getting boosted above, but MDS is well aware about it. He gets the information from Fast, who got shut down by Mo. So at least good communication on the Nemiga side. I'm not entirely sure what Roman is doing. Threw away his weapon in hopes of finding that AK-47, but ends up having no weapon for about 15 seconds, and that's a bit... It's a bit of a stretch, but... ends up running around looking for his weapon in those short waters. Hitmouse rather, lurking out towards long. Right on the other side of the flower pits, we got a Dren sitting patiently waiting. Flash. The opposite direction doesn't quite hit the mark, but Adren still gets the frag. Hobbit with an AWP down towards B. Doja in a decent position as well. The knife spray down through the smoke. Robo takes care of Hobbit. Now looking to pick up the bomb and potentially the frag on Doja as well. We'll find both. Whilst in a 1-on-4 situation, now a 1-on-2. Looking to clutch this one out and put Nemiga back on the map in terms of rounds on the board. Robo going for the fake. Now committing. Gonna get pushed. Time wasn't in his favor. And just like that, he does manage to find one. Actually a really, really good attempt. I'll give him that. He's in a 1-on-4 situation. He managed to get 3 kills and a bomb plant. Way more than you can ever ask of a player. And the only reason why it fades a little bit in this comparison is because Mo, in a previous round, got a 1-on-4 clutch and a defuse. Either way, still a really, really good job here by Robo. Nonetheless, another round on the board for Gambit, 12-2. Now going into the final round of the first half. Nemiga, very important round. 13-3. Or 13-2 rather, is that's a tough one. If Gambit ends up winning or getting this round and winning the next pistol, they might as well just close it out 16-2. I've always said that 12 rounds is like the bare minimum. Or the absolute maximum, I suppose. 3 rounds on your side is the bare minimum. And you still have a slight chance of bringing it back. Hobbit. Decent position, but... wow, is he slow on the trigger. He should have gotten that 10 out of 10 times. That should have been easy. Roman, beautiful double spray down. Finds the frag on Mo and Doja and picking up Hobbit as well. 3 quick entries from Roman. It's gonna be all on C's now as Adren goes down on the flank. C's does manage to find one on MDS, but Roman... the quad... what's that actually? No, it wasn't an ace. It was a quad kill. I got a bit confused there. And quad kill for Roman. And as mentioned, a pretty important round there from Nemiga. Now it comes down to that CT side, elusive CT side, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. It is a fairly heavy CT-sided map, this one. In my book, definitely the most heavy CT-sided map in the current map pool. Even considering Nuke in that equation. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be face-palming right now. Saying, what are you talking about? Not like this. That is my 2 cents. I definitely believe that this is the most heavy CT-sided map. If you have a decent approach, or a decent defense rather, on the CT side towards that B-bomb site, which is definitely the hardest to retake, you can shut it down completely and not let anyone get close to it. Now the smokes in towards B. Nemiga have left B completely open fast. Does manage to find the frag on Mo, but the bomb has been planted. Fast gets the second as well. Seized. Looking for some trades. Will find one. Hobbit chiming in with one of his own, but great stuff here by MDS. He gets a triple fast with the double. Nemiga picking up the pistol. I think it's a bit of a stretch at this point already, saying that Nemiga has a really good chance of getting back into this game. They have a chance, let's put it like that. It's gonna be tough. They need to put in the work. They need to figure out how to work around with Gambit's approach to their T-side here on Overpass. But it's possible. We've seen it done before. We've seen it on Tier 1 teams getting back from a 15-0 first half. So it's definitely possible. They're not out of it yet. It's gonna be a tough test though. Miles taking a bit of damage. MDS does manage to find one on Mo. Hit Miles spraying down, completely blinded. Hobbit goes down. MDS still looking for more. Does manage to find one more at least. Finally, he does get dealt with. Seized. Finds the double. Roman taking a good amount of damage up close towards Optimus. Finally, he's gonna fall as well. Fast now, looking for the one-on-one. Up against Dosha. Dosha up close towards the flowers. His position is known. Fast takes him down. Nemiga. They managed to hold on to the round by the skin of their teeth. The problem with that is only one player survives from Nemiga. Their economy is not going to be great for this round. Whereas Gambit, they managed to get the bomb plant in the first round. That was pretty much a full eco for Gambit. They brought it down to a 2-on-1 and Nemiga clutched it. Gambit on AK-47s, Nemiga on 4 SMGs. Should give a really good opportunity here for Gambit to pick up this round. A 1-for-1 trade. Smo does manage to find the kill on Hit Miles, but Dosha goes down. Seized in a good position over by Connector. And they pretty much line up for him. He still only managed to find one. Bomb has already been ticked for quite some time. And at this point, I think it's safe to say that Robo and Fast are just going to fall back, see if they can hold on to both of these AK-47s. The round does go in favor of Gambit. Once again, let's take a quick look at the scoreboard, because I got the information from the admins that they are playing on a server located in Amsterdam, which to me is a bit strange, but their pings are absolutely fine. Pings are absolutely no problem for any of the two teams, which again seems a bit strange to me. How do you have 35 ping when you're playing from Belarus to a server located in Amsterdam? Counter-Strike works in mysterious ways. That's quite some distance, but ping seems fine. (13-5). Gambit, they need 3 more to close this one out. Nemiga, if they want this one in regulation, they need 11 rounds while only giving 1 away to Gambit. That's stretching it. That's pretty much mission impossible. Going into overtime is not that far-fetched. That's definitely possible. Hit Miles, MDS, they find one each. Hit Miles going for the repeat. That's a bit awkward, or could have been at least, but he managed to get the second as well. Robo incredibly low, down to just 1 HP. Seized, lurking down towards B, finds the frag on Fast. Putting down the smoke towards ABC, nading towards Heaven. Doesn't catch anyone. Bomb will get planted. default on the B bomb site.
Dosha finds the first, sees, finds one of his own, but Hitmouse with a quad for the round. And there's a kit on Roman, Nemiga. They're not done fighting yet. 6th round on the board. Looking to make this comeback a reality. Now, I did predict before the game started 16-6, but gotta see how that works out. That means that Gambit needs to get 3 rounds in a row without giving any more rounds to Nemiga. I got this feeling that Nemiga got a few more rounds in them. Big question here is, Nemiga, will they actually realize that 2 players are pushed up? Now they do, as Hitmouse finds the first and gets traded out by Mo. But deagle shot by Mo, picking up the AK-47, falls back to safety. Fairly early 1-for-1 trade there as Hitmouse went for the aggression up towards balloons. Found the frag on a Dren, but a quick trade coming in from Mo. Now they are falling back towards the B bomb site. Smoke up towards heaven. Molly to clear out close towards the site itself. Nade towards ABC, and that's a touchdown. Kobe would be proud. The burn down on Mo as well. Don't know who's in charge of fire. Maybe some Norse god or something. Mythology is not my strong suit. Nice shot from Dosha. Seized in a good position, finds the frag on Robo. MDS now left alone in a 1-on-3, and he's already on the retreat back towards the A bomb site. See if he can hold on to the M4. That might be a bigger task at hand, seeing as Cease is already in good position. Cease hears him, sets up the angle, and just like that, MDS falls. 14th round for Gambit. 2 more and it's all over. You're right. You're absolutely right. I see someone in the chat naming Summit 1G. You're not absolutely right, because Summit 1G, that was his own molly. He actually killed himself, and he was the last man standing. He had won the round already, but decided to commit suicide. Speaking about committing suicide, doesn't seem like anyone is willing to do that in this round, at least for Gambit. One of the players had a kind of a weird position there from Nemiga. You can see him right there over towards... on that little platform area, close towards ABC. Robo does manage to find the frag on the Dren, but he is left alone and he's the only one to find a frag. (15-6) Gambit. They've secured overtime as a bare minimum. That's not happening, I can promise you that much. If it happens, I don't have anything disgusting to eat, but I won't say like wince and eat my shoe with poop in it or whatever he said. I won't do that, okay? And I have a few hats. I could try and eat a hat.
It's not gonna happen, though. Gambit, they just need one more to close this one out. And they do have 9 rounds to do that. Adren, one nice double spray down. Seized, finds one on Hitmouse. It could be all over in just a few seconds. Robo sitting right behind that smoke, peeking out towards B short, trying to find an opening. Does manage to find exactly that. Adren goes down. Two on 3, it's still doable, but it doesn't look great. DS in a good position up towards short toilets. It is merely a fake towards A, and Robo almost falling for it. I think he got the call from his teammate. You better stay on that B bomb site, mate. Haven't spotted anyone just yet. Indeed, he is close towards A still, or close towards B still, rather. Finds the frag on Hobbit. Back to a 2-on-2. Well, close towards the site. Robo, the timing is abysmal. Mo shuts him down, and now MDS left alone. Seized up close. Mo gonna peek out from afar. Mo shuts him down just like that. Gambit are the victors of this best-of-1 series against Nemiga. And my prediction came true. That's what's most important about Counter-Strike. It doesn't matter who wins, as long as the casters' predictions are right. That's all we care about. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching once again. On the 3rd and the 4th of February, I will be commentating the close qualifier for IEM Katowice, the European region.